Now, before we get into the video, I want to let you guys know about Pickswise.com. Pixwise is the home of sports picks and predictions. You can find the latest college basketball picks every game for every day, and they will give you a free pick for every single March Madness game once the tournament starts, and they'll be able to load in their picks right here. They will give you reasoning, sound reasoning from expert handicappers, from expert analysts. They feature the very best of the college basketball handicappers, and especially as it gets closer to March Madness, be sure to check them out and be sure to bet better with Pickswise. Sup guys, it's Alex here, and welcome to the 2021 Big East Tournament predictions. Man, I'm so excited to bring these to you guys, but before I get into the prediction and just kind of taking a look at the Big East Tournament bracket as a whole, I want to let you guys know about the 7,000 subscriber giveaway that I am doing. If we hit 7,000 subscribers by March 14th, which is next Sunday, which is also Selection Sunday, it's only a week away, I am super pumped for it. I will be giving away another $25 gift card or a t-shirt of your favorite college off of Fanatics or something like that. If you're entered in the 6,000 subscriber giveaway, you're automatically entered in the 7,000 as well. But if you are new to the channel, if this is the first video of mine that you've ever seen, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn post notifications on, take a screenshot of you being subscribed, and shoot it over to AlexPrice24 on Instagram to show that you're subscribed, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. How you enter the giveaway, more details are in the description below, so make sure you go ahead and check that out. We are, what is that, about 860 away, but we are absolutely killing it. Over these last couple of days, we've gotten like 300, 400 subscribers. Thank you guys for all the support. It really means a lot for me because I love March Madness. I know you guys do too, and I put a lot of effort and time into making these videos, and especially once the NCAA Basketball 10 simulations come, I'm going to be spending a lot of time making those videos. So I really appreciate the support. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, and let's go ahead and get into the predictions here for the Big East Tournament. So taking a look here at the bracket, number 1 overall seed, Villanova. Do have to talk about them real quick, because while they are the number 1 seed, they lost Colin Gillespie about a week ago, something like that. He was their senior starting point guard, I believe. I know he was a guard. I can't remember if he was point guard or shooting guard. But that is a huge loss for Villanova. He is the anchor of that team. I know they have like Jeremiah Robinson Earl, I think is his name. He's going to be an NBA first-round pick. But other than that, I mean, you got to have your starting point guard, senior starting point guard. He was on the 2018 Villanova National Championship team, so that is a huge loss for them. And speaking of losses, they lost to Providence yesterday. I was about to say last night, it was yesterday. But a bad loss for them, not a lot of uncertainty for them entering the tournament. Same thing with Creighton down there, number 2. Over the last week or so, it came out that their coach, I can't remember what the dad's name, I think it's Greg McDermott, he is suspended for the time being. No clue if he's going to be back in time for this tournament. No clue if he's going to be back in time for the NCAA tournament. He deserves to be out for a while. I mean, he said some pretty racist stuff, not going to lie. But the team seems to support him. We'll kind of see what happens with that. But anyway, if he's back in time for the tournament, that's great. But there's just a lot of uncertainty with Creighton as well, number 2. Then number 3 right there is Connecticut. They are looking fantastic ever since they got James Boatnight back. I think they are 16-2 with them, and I think they've won like 4 or 5 of their last 4 or 5 games. They're on like a 4 or 5 game winning streak. They are looking great right now. St. John's and Seton Hall, the 4 and 5 seeds there, both teams are playing for their NCAA tournament hopes here. Same thing with Xavier, really. Go ahead and lop those 3 together. St. John's, Seton Hall, Xavier, all 3 of those are currently on the bubble right now for the NCAA tournament. Xavier is bouncing between the last 4 in, first 4 out, just depends on which bracketology you look at. And Seton Hall is usually in the first 4 out listing, especially after losing to St. John's yesterday, after jumping to an 18-0 lead. That's what I was just so surprised by that. I was checking the early scores. Seton Hall was up 18-0 over St. John's. I was like, all right, Seton Hall's got that in the bag. And then somehow St. John's came back and won that game. And so now St. John's is in the next 4 out on Joe Lunardi's bracketology. So those 3 teams need to make a run here in the Big East tournament if they want to make the NCAA tournament. For Xavier, that probably means beating Creighton in their end. For Seton Hall and St. John's, beating each other, they have to win that game. And then beating Villanova would probably put them in the tournament as well, but we'll kind of see what happens with that. But anyway, I've been talking for a while. Let's go ahead and get into the predictions, starting here with this first round. Georgetown and Marquette. Haven't really seen too much of Georgetown this year. I'm going to be honest with that. Marquette, I know, did just go and beat North Carolina on the road I think it was last week, something like that. I am going to go with 9 seed Marquette here, moving on to the quarterfinals, I think that is. Actually, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Maybe second round. I don't know. But anyway, I think that Marquette would be able to get the victory there. Haven't heard really anything out of Georgetown this year. Same thing kind of with Providence and DePaul. Providence, as I mentioned, just beat Villanova yesterday. DePaul is at the bottom of the conference for a reason. I think they only have like 2 or 3 conference wins this year. I'm going to go with Providence winning that matchup there, moving on to the next round. And then I'm also going to go with Xavier here, moving on past Butler. I think this is a game that Xavier has to win. I think it is a game that they're going to win. They know their tournament hopes are on the line. Their resume is kind of looking pretty thin right now compared to some other bubble teams. Joe already said he's going to have to take a deeper dive into their profile this weekend. Because, I mean, they really don't have too many great wins this season. I mean, they haven't played a ton of games either. I think most of these Big East teams have had to take a pause at some point or another for COVID issues. But Xavier has to beat Butler if they want to make the tournament. That much is clear. So here we are in the second round. I think this is the second round and then quarterfinals here. Actually, no, this is the quarterfinals, then semifinals and finals. I'm just looking at it really weird. But up first, we're going to have Villanova and Marquette. Well, there are questions surrounding Villanova. I think that Villanova will be able to move on here past Marquette. Don't think that they'll struggle too much with Marquette there. Maybe Marquette will make a run, but I'm pretty confident in Villanova in that one. But this game right here, I think this is a complete 50-50 toss-up between Seton Hall and St. John's. Both of these teams playing for their NCAA tournament lives. But I am going to go with 5-seed Seton Hall. I know they did just lose to St. John's yesterday, but they were up 18-0 at one point. I mean, heck, Seton Hall was projected to be like a 6 or a 7 seed at one point this year, but they've kind of just fallen off the map here over the last month of February or so. But I do think, I can't pronounce his name. It's like Sylvie something. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I can't think of it, especially if I don't have it right in front of me. I think that Seton Hall will be able to move on here past St. John's and keep their tournament hopes alive. And then I'm going to go with Connecticut, moving on here past Providence. I would be very surprised if Providence pulls off the upset over Connecticut there. Then Xavier and Creighton. I am actually going to go with Xavier pulling off the upset here, 7-2 over Creighton. Just a lot of questions surrounding Creighton, but I mean, they're a lock for the tournament. They don't really need to do much here in the tournament. I mean, there's just going to be kind of sorting out what's going on with that program. But Xavier, as I mentioned, they have to win this game if they want to make the tournament, and I think they will. I think they will beat Creighton here, and I think they'll keep their tournament hopes alive. So then we have Villanova versus Seton Hall here in the first semifinal matchup, and I do think that Villanova will be able to move on past Seton Hall, which means Seton Hall is going to be sweating it out a ton once Selection Sunday comes around, which at that point, honestly don't think they'll make the tournament. They would have to beat Villanova, I think, to make the tournament. I think Seton Hall will somehow end up missing, which, I mean, being on the bubble, I think that's a good sign for them. Losing Miles Powell last year, who was the best player in Seton Hall history, I believe, I think it was a great season for them to be able to contend for a tournament spot this year after losing him. But then Connecticut and Xavier, kind of same thing with the Providence game. I would be surprised if Connecticut loses this game to Xavier. I think Xavier did enough by beating Creighton to make the tournament, and I think Connecticut's hot run here is going to continue and winning their sixth or seventh game in a row at that point, which sets up the Big East tournament final of Villanova and Connecticut, and I am going to go with Connecticut winning this game. Connecticut has been known to make huge runs in the Big East tournament, a la Kemba Walker back in 2011, which is 10 years ago. That's just crazy for me to think about. But Connecticut, I think, can get the job done. They are a hot team right now. Bobby Hurley mentioned that this is a potential Final Four team at full strength, and I mean, I can't disagree right now. They are looking fantastic. They'll probably end up being like a 8, 9, maybe 7 seed in the tournament, and they will give a number 1 or a number 2 seed a scare and maybe even pull off the upset, especially if they end up winning the Big East tournament like I'm predicting here. Maybe I might have to have them upsetting a 2 or 1 seed depending on who they're matched up. We'll see. But anyway, Connecticut is the hottest team in the Big East right now. Just a lot of questions surrounding Villanova here in the final. I am going to go with 3-seed Connecticut winning the Big East, which means out of the 2 conference tournament predictions I've done so far, ACC and Big East, I haven't had a top 2 seed win. I had 6-seed North Carolina win the ACC, 3-seed Connecticut winning here in the Big East. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with the other 4 conference tournament videos that I'll be doing starting tomorrow. So that'll be really fun to see. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave your reactions to my predictions here in the comment section below. Let me know your own predictions for the Big East tournament in the comment section below as well. I'd love to see what you guys think and just seeing your predictions, especially once the NCAA tournament comes around. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all later.